Okay, got the microphone on. Tried to get some lava volume there, and for some reason it was going on and off on me. So, anyway, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day to all of you out there. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and welcome to another Volcano Eruption live stream. And right now what we are looking at again is Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma on the Canary Islands. And right now the smoke is blowing towards the cameras once again, so making visibility very, very poor, unfortunately, and not a good thing for us. But if we go back a little bit during the day, we can take a look and see what it was doing. It kind of slumbered for a little while and decided not to throw out any more black soot for probably almost a half an hour, and then it went again. So anyway, before we get into things too far here, just a gentle reminder for those joining us, make sure that it says top chat and or live chat on the chat box if you wish to partake in chatting there. I still have people not realizing that they're trying to chat on the replay and then saying, hey, why can't I get in there, or am I blocked, or what the heck is going on? So make sure it says top chat or live chat at the top of the chat box. If it says top chat replay or live chat replay, you're watching the stream after it's finished, after everyone's gone home. They're not there anymore. The only place you can comment is down below, and no, those comments aren't interactive right away. I do try to get at most of them, so if you do leave a comment of some sort or have a question, by all means do so. I do try to get at them, and it sometimes is a little overwhelming, so depending on what I have for time. Anyway, getting to what's going on today. Yeah, we notice that changes. Whenever we have changes in a volcano, there's usually something funny going on. And I got a sneaky feeling this the last couple of days here have been an indicator of a turning point of what may become of this volcano in short order. Within maybe a couple of weeks at the most. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I want to say hello to all the good people in the chat. Arizona Snowman is not in today. He's not feeling very good, so I'm hoping that he feels a little bit better. We've got Piggy is our other moderator, as well as C&D Boy is also in here, so we are good for moderators, and they do an excellent job, so please give them the respect they deserve, and of course let them do what they need to. And let's see, I'm going to start saying hello to people in the chat here, so welcome to everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board. And going to start off with Maria. Welcome back. Glad to have you here. Unsung Furball, also back in the house. Henrietta, glad to see you back. Connie Tyree, also back as well as James Bong, Rebecca Patterson, Sharon Stewart, Douglas Anderson. Let's see, Adele is back, and Annie back in the house. Grandma B also made it. Welcome all of you. Glad to have you on board. Sharon Stewart is also here. Oh, Mummy of Hamsters made it back. Diane Michael also in here. Good to see you. Judy McClelland made it back as well. Paul Knight got his message deleted. What did he say? That was so bad. Okay, yeah, boring comments. Paul Knight, if you're looking for boring or more exciting comments, I mean, you can go elsewhere. It's pretty simple. But if you want to make crude remarks, we can show you where the door is. Helen also back in here, as well as Siri or Kiri, Richard T, Steve Hamilton, Jay Donaldson, Sandy Bird also back in the house. Let's see, Colin made it back as well. Layla also got back here. Brian Crown, welcome you guys. And let's see, going up here a little bit more. Did I say Sharon Stewart? She said oink. And oink, I love you in the stream. One fish also made it back, as well as, let's see, who else? Going up a little bit more here, trying to get everybody. Lily, welcome back. And by the way, it was Liz Markman Moyler that got the cookies today. She got in the door real quick. I don't know how she managed it, but must have been that hairpin lock picker there or something. Anyway, glad she made it and got the cookies today already. Let's see, who else did I just miss here? Sleepy Dormouse, so tiny I couldn't see you. Welcome back. Let's see, and I think that's about it at the top end of the chat, going back to the bottom, and I'm sure there's more. Did I say Juliana? Juliana, welcome. Rasterum, also back in the house. Karen made it back. OFU Lux from Luxembourg. Welcome, glad to have you back on board. And let's see, did I miss anyone in between there? Cherry also back. Chari, I guess, is the proper pronunciation, I hope. And I think I got most of the other ones in between here. A little slower start to today, but that's fine. We don't mind. Dave Kruk also here. Harrison made it in. Good to see you. Sophie Jensen also there. And let's see, who else? Anyone else? Michael Sanborn, and that's good. Dr. Fox, this volcano doesn't want rest. Juliana, I think this volcano is going to rest soon. Unfortunately, already looking for another volcano to stream. No, really, it could definitely happen that this volcano will calm itself down within the next couple of weeks. And I don't want to sound like I'm nasty, but we see changes in it that are kind of unusual, like what we seen earlier, of course, with the very white-colored smoke that was coming off of it, which could in fact be steam, and if it is now drawing in seawater or whatever water somewhere and causing steam, that would be a good indicator that the lava is out of that area, and now we have it filling up with water. Oh, Piggy says I threw a chill pill in here last night when I couldn't sleep. Oh, you were supposed to take the chill pill, not the volcano, Piggy. It's all good. Anyway, let's get that big banner off the top of the screen here for you. Well, no, not that one, the other one, the big one. There we go. And then I kind of wanted to move back in time a little bit to earlier in the day here, and just to kind of see what was going on. And this was about 2 hours 25 minutes ago. Oh, hang on, I'm not in the right one. Let's go over here. There we go. They're just about the same pictures anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And then when we look at it a little bit further back, you can see that that was 2 hours, about 2 hours 45 minutes ago. It was still throwing up, or continuing to throw up a very, very large amount of ash and that type of debris into the air, and causing things to look very hazy in the area. If we go back another half hour, you can definitely see you know, it still continues to do that. But it was taking little breaks in between. So when we go to about 3.5 hours back, you see hardly anything come out, and then that lasted probably 10-15 minutes, and if you go back 15 minutes before that, it looked like that again. So this thing is cycling, and it's almost like it's having to take little breaks in between pushing the lava back up. Storm Chaser 1211 also in the house. Good evening, sir. Good to see you guys. Yep. Glad to have you on board. Tina Sassy also made it in. Banana Puss did as well. Colin Bushcraft Bear reported the air was very bad there today. Yes, it would have been very bad, Colin, with the amount of material that was being thrown out. And it all depended on where you were. If you were a little closer to the mountains or the central ridge, it wouldn't have been so bad. But if you were down towards Tazacorte, or you know, down towards the coastline, it would have been horrible. And that's basically where everything was blowing. So and as you can see, that is where it was blowing, and you can see it there a little bit more. If we go back, here's the funny part, we go back to 5 hours and 15 minutes ago, it's like completely quiet. And this is what makes you think, what's going on, you know? Like this thing, and like I say, this is 5 hours and 15 minutes ago. If we back up a little bit more before that, it's almost like 15-20 minutes of almost pure quiet. And yeah, if we go back to just about 6 hours ago, there it was doing its thing. So it died off in between there roughly for a half an hour and sat quiet and idle and didn't do anything. So when we see those types of changes, you have to wonder what is going on down below in the plumbing. And we know things had changed quite a bit. We also know there was another big earthquake, and this was what was continuing to happen prior. If we go about 7.5 hours ago, it's the same kind of scenario. Very heavy ash coming out of there. 8 hours ago, again, same thing, very heavy ash. So it's going. Is it true, Sophie? Dr. Fox has smile. My smile is not contagious. You can't even see it. Oh. Anyway, going back a little further in time, there were other periods this morning where it died out. So about 9.5 hours ago, it did the same thing. It was quiet for a little while, and it's almost like a half-hour break that it took. And that's about 10 hours ago, 10 hours and 13 minutes ago. So that kind of gives you a rundown on, you know, the pulsations of the day. But earlier in the morning, of course, it was really not that great. And when we look at some of that, it wasn't. Why is that so? Oh, that's the smoke coming right at the camera earlier today, so you couldn't see anything. So that was the way the wind was blowing. Anyway, we'll put it back to live on that one. So these are the current lava flows or bacon flows heading down into the valley. So we do know that it is still outputting lava, and it is very good. Well, what we can hear you smile, Doc. Why, thank you, Maria. I'm glad you can hear my smile. And all good. Now, I know we're getting into the earthquake portion real quick here, but I want to get into that since we did have some more earthquakes there of sizable earthquake. actually, I don't know if it's big, but somebody was saying earthquake, so I want to refresh that screen before we do too much else. Maybe I'll just pop over. Oh, no, it's already coming. It's okay. All right, so if we look in our list, there were the earthquakes that I was kind of referring to here. We had a 4.5 and a 4.6, and they were 8 seconds apart, and they rumbled quite a bit, and I wanted to actually see where those were. Let's get the party started, my squeakers. Thanks, Uncle Doc. Thank you very much, Mummy of Hamsters, for that fantastic $5 super chat. Really do appreciate that support. And just to let you guys know, there are no, or the stream is not monetized in that sense, so you don't see commercials, that kind of thing. So this is great to get a little bit of that support, and super chats do work, and thank you very much. Anyway, getting back to the earthquakes at hand, so we do see those two there, and there were some other ones prior to that. We will look on the other map. Here's one that was happened yesterday. That was the last big one. That was yesterday at 2040. So we haven't had as many earthquakes as we did previously, but we are seeing a couple of good ones right there. And if we zoom in on that map, of course, I don't know if it tells us the exact locations. Yeah, there, that's the 4.5. No, that's from the 4th. These are always so hard to nail on here. Okay, that was from today. That was one of them. That's the 4.6 right there. And again, it's funny that they are happening over on the other side, or the eastern side of the island, and there's that 4.5. And we'll look at the other map though, because it's pretty cool, and I like it. As soon as I can find it, there it is. Okay, so I didn't do a refresh on it. I should have done that before I went to here. All right, I'm going to put that back there, and then I will refresh this one, and just so we don't look at a blank white page again. Yvonne Kunkel is in the house. Yay, finally home. Glad you made it home, and glad you made it home safe and sound, Yvonne. Good to see you. Let's see, Hans also popped in. Big Toe just made it into the chat as well as Sherry Hewitt. Welcome, you guys. So glad to have you all on board. Anyway, looking at our last 24 hours is what I clicked on the other map here, and we'll zoom in a little bit. We do see that one in the water. That's interesting. Happened 5 hours ago, and 3.6 magnitude, 14 kilometers down. Very cool. And anyway, we'll zoom in a little bit more since they're all kind of centrally located, and we will go through this. So that's the last 24 hours. That's what we seem to have gotten, and nothing over 5. And it's showing, I guess it didn't update the two that we just had there, because it just says this one 4.5. It may not have gotten the other one, but 38 kilometers down, and then the other ones are all 3s indicating here. So the two maps aren't quite jiving. Maybe something has been knocked back down, or maybe we will see an update here very soon, and hopefully that'll happen. Anyway, good to see though that we do have them listed on here, and I'm surprised that we don't have, maybe they just called it one earthquake, because this is 8 seconds apart. I don't know if you really can split that up into two. It's interesting on that one, so you never know what they're thinking. Let's see. So like I was saying, these two are very close together, and when you look at the time, that could have been one continuous earthquake. But who knows? Anyway, getting back to our maps, or sorry, screens, seeing what's going on. Really not that much showing on there right now, unfortunately. And I really don't have any super good video or anything to throw in here today, which really kind of bites. But it is what it is. We'll live with what we've got and just try to go through things as they are. Let's see. Storm Chaser says, Dr. Fox, doesn't look like the volcano is going to quit or slow down anytime soon, judging by the earthquakes and the activity still. The lightning activity, well, that's a result of the material coming out. That's really not got any effect on slowing it down. But as far as the earthquakes, that's the interesting thing, is are the earthquakes directly affecting what's happening with it right now? Because we did see, you know, that thing go quiet for a little while. Unfortunately, my timing or correlation of timing here towards earthquakes on this one has been quite bad, because we don't see any clocks on the screens, and makes it more difficult for me to try to throw something in together. And let's see, welcome to a few more people that came in here. Diana, Grandma B, I don't know if I said hi to you already. Manley Williams, welcome. And I think we got Annie earlier. Mandozul, I hope I said that right. Mandozul, okay, I'm not sure if I said it right, but welcome anyway. Wessex Dragon also in the house. Al is back. Nick Addison also back. Good to see you, good people, and glad you're back on board. Warm Hand also here. And let's see, who else snuck in while I wasn't looking? Ray Scott snuck to the back, grabbed some cookies, and munching away. And okay, there we go. I think that's all the good people for now. But yeah, it is interesting though that, you know, what I was saying earlier about the thing taking breathers now of anywhere from, you know, 10-15 minutes to half an hour in between shooting up any type of real heavy, whether it be pyroclast or ash or anything. That's indicating it's starting to becoming, you know, some kind of a pulsating thing. To me, that's telling us, okay, we've got changes in the plumbing down there. Now, if we had a feed chamber somewhere between 50 to 60 kilometers down, or 50 to call it 60 to 40, somewhere thereabouts, and that's running out of lava and only pushing up a little bit up into the upper ones that are somewhere between the 14 to 10 kilometer mark, somewhere in there, and refilling those, and we get a big shake, the plumbing changes while the tubes are empty. Things are going to change down there as far as the material coming back up. So it may take some time to melt things through again, may throw up more ash, it may just continue to throw ash for a while and limit its amount of lava because it might be running out in the upper little cauldrons, if you will, where it holds it. So it's all interesting, all speculation. Ashcan, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Dodger also in the house. Maui Me. Not Miami Me. Maui Me. There we go. And John Bellew from Ireland. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. And speaking of Ireland and those places, I wanted to look at the way the material is being blown around the planet right now, and we can do that if we go to this map, and of course that's our wind map that we're looking at, the Ventuski, or Ventusky, depending on how you want to say it. Anyway, you can see the area here. That's what we're looking at, the Canary Islands, and La Palma being right here. We zoom in on La Palma, and you kind of get the idea which way that wind is blowing, and it's coming straight across the island from kind of a northeast to a slightly south of southwest, or sorry, south of west is what I meant to say there. And you can see a lot of that is just pushing right over. So that is what's happening with the wind, and of course that's 10 meters above the ground. If we look at other things like, well, again, we did air quality before. We don't believe those guys. Just looking here, snow cover. No, I don't think there's any snow cover. Looking at the satellite, it's dark there right now, so hard to say what that's actually doing. Precipitation, we see nothing. Okay, so it's clear right now. And temperatures, okay, actually we'll leave it here. So temperatures 2 meters above the ground, 17 Celsius. You notice everything in here is about 17, a little warmer down on the bottom end. So we know where the vacation spot's going to be, down here, right? Anyway, kind of gives you an idea how that is flowing, though, as far as that wind. And if we zoom out a little bit, we watch where it's going away from La Palma, and we follow that area around. Now it looks like it may be going across the pond here, kind of getting mixed up in this. Some of it might be getting drawn up here, but some of it might be making it over. I doubt very much that we're going to see anything arriving over in South America, or even in the Caribbean here. I really don't think those things are going to happen. So it looks like most of it is staying on the other side, unless we get, continue to get really, really heavy bombardments of ash coming out of there. The likelihood of it making it all the way across the pond again is going to be minimal. Let's see. All right, just to remind everyone, this is an English speaking chat, so English only. We don't mind having you come in and saying hola or guten Abend or something like that, but the rest of your lingo should be in English, and we would really appreciate it. For those who are new, if you need time and information on when things are happening, you can take a look down in the description. We do have all the times for the streams there. And let's see, I just want to pop back over to see what else we got on the other. Just really nothing on the other camera views. That's part of the problem right now. This is kind of where we're stuck. I did want to look at the view above the skyline there, above the clouds, and we can go back on that one and have a little bit of a look what it looked like a few hours back when the sun was setting, and you can definitely see the ash plume, and actually it's pretty amazing that you can even see up in front of the area, right along in this area, that there was no cloud there, and it makes it very distinctive as to where that volcano is, and the direction of flow of the ash clouds, right? So gives you a pretty good idea of what it is. So, and that was from around 6:30 p.m. Roughly in La Palma itself, there up on the hill from the observatory. So if we move back a few hours earlier, we can see it didn't look too bad from up top all day long. although most of that was being pushed out to the sea, so or to the ocean, I should say. And at times you couldn't even you couldn't even tell that there was a volcano there if you were looking. I'm on the wrong screen, trying to draw. There we go. You can't even tell that it's there right now, you know, when you're just looking, unless somebody told you it was. So you know, other times it looks like it's just gone away, but then earlier we could see the ash plumes come up again. And again, when we're looking at it, this is 10:35 a.m. So it gives you a pretty good flow. This was earlier this morning, 10 a.m. It was pretty bad then. So going back time-wise, always shows you wonderful views here. 9:40, and I think, well, this will get us, I think, about as far back as I can go. Yeah, and so you can see earlier in the day it didn't look too bad, but we did still have a lot of that ash coming out, along with whatever is in that material, whether it be some type of pumice, or, well, we know tephra is going to have all kinds of things in it, you know, the gas bubbles, as well as it could have moisture, water, that kind of thing. So all kinds of things in there. Anyway, I did notice, so this view looks a little bit weird. Why is it all lit up over here? That's kind of weird. I never seen that before. And that's too much light for a volcano. So here's your 7 Canadian shekels. Have a nice day. Worm hand, that is awesome. 7 Canadian shekels. Okay. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Worm hand. Looks good. Anyway, I'm curious about that. Anyone with any ideas what's going on over there on the other side? And that's on the other side of the ridge, on the eastern side. I don't think we have any new volcanoes over there, and that's the wrong color to be a volcano. Do we have a forest fire over there, maybe, or something? No Coca-Cola. It's got to be Pepsi. Oh my God. Oh. Anyway, interesting though to see that lighting up over there. On that note, let's throw back over to the volcano, or, well, our lava flow, if you will. Not on the other side, 71. That's on the other side of the ridge, the area we were just pointing to. It definitely no new volcanoes over there. Nothing that has been mentioned, and nobody's jumped up and down. So I don't think it's a new vent. And speaking of vents, what we can do is look at the map and give you a little bit better idea where the vents actually are, and what I'm referring to as the ridge. So right here on the 3D map, you can actually see the line where the vents are, and they are in fact there. This guy is more of an outflow vent down on the bottom, not really shooting out hot gases, just pouring out lava. Whereas these other guys are the ones shooting up all the pyroclasts and so on. And as you can see in this picture, the area that we were actually looking at is lit up, is over here on this side. So it's lit up on this side, and there were no vents open on that side. So hope that kind of clarifies that a little bit, and helps you understand what we're actually looking at there. So and there's the lava flow area and of course in the top here where our vents are. So the other area that's lit up is over here that I was referring to. And if we go back to that shot, we can actually see that. You can see the ridge in the middle here. This is about where the ridge is, and that's quite a ways over on the other side. So that may even be down a little bit further. Pretty cool. So, but if it is a new vent, that would be very, very interesting. And very shocking. And you would be the first to have mentioned it. So, yeah. Anyway, 3-minute warning. Is that area... Okay. That the area with the earthquake? Yes, actually, Liz, that's correct. That's where the earthquakes were, on that other side. But it's unusual that we see the light there. The one thing that I do have to kind of throw in here is we've never had that clear skies over there before. We've always had cloud there that I've noticed. And maybe it's just the cloud is at a different height or something, and now the street lights from below are reflecting off of it. So that could be what we've got there. Al, please try not to use caps. That would be really good. Boeing Martin, no habla inglés. Please use Google Translate. Por favor. No entiendo español. And this is an English-speaking stream, so please try to use that. Thank you. And let's see, who else has popped in here? Sandy Bird, would it be a community lit up? Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Actually, when we go look back at that map, let me pop back onto it. And, okay, so our ridge and our volcano is right about there, okay? So, and the ridge is just off to the side of it. I'm thinking it's this area here that's lit up, or these guys here. So if we zoom in, there's quite a community there, and fairly densely packed right in here, obviously. So I'm sure they've got lights. So if we go back and we look at that again, you take a look at where that ridge is. So, oh, bright light, bright light. We have aliens wandering around by the observatory. But yeah, that is out fairly far. Like I say, that ridge is here, like that. So when you're looking at it on that map, that would put you over somewhere over here in this this area is what we're seeing. This or this, right? So hopefully that makes sense. And if we zoom back in kind of from here, observatory top, where's the other side? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to line up so we can see it. Yeah, so we're seeing somewhere over here. Let me get rid of those. Oh, wrong screen. There we go. So yeah, wrong screen again. Yeah, over in that area. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. I'm going to throw it back onto our volcano here, or the lava flow, bacon, and all good. And I am going to go take that break. So please, for those who are in the channel, and if you have not yet hit that like button and you're enjoying what you're seeing, please do hit the like button. It really does help. The YouTube analytics really do prove to move forward if you have a lot more likes, and it definitely works. For those who are new and have not yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing as well, and also hit that bell notification. That way you will be notified when our next streams are on. Who believes in Armageddon? If it's a good new chocolate bar, I do. The Armageddon bar, made with real lava. Okay, having said all those good things, if you need to know when the streams are on, down in the description is where that information is. There are also a bunch of other different shortcuts down there for various things, like the La Palma 3D maps, as an example, the ones that I was just using. And they do have 12 different 3D maps that you can use there. And La Palma 3D is the shortcut for that. You type that in, and that will give you the link for that. La Palma EQ and La Palma EQ2 will give you the two different earthquake maps for La Palma, and you guys can peruse those. So it's all good. And Maria says, I don't speak English. Maria, please try. You do very good with I don't speak English. If you can use Google Translate, that works. And if you have bad English, it's okay. We will try and decipher what you say. Okay? We understand that not everybody can believe. Don't believe in Armageddon. But like I said, if it's a good chocolate bar, we want to believe in it. But if it's not a good chocolate bar, we don't. The movie was good, though. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go for my break. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Keep smiling, play nice in the lava. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Don't go away. Okay, I turned the microphone on. Just figured I'd better get back in here. And Andy Walker, welcome. And you said, why can't the camera be focused on the volcano itself? It's like watching paint dry. It is. It's like watching bacon, just sitting there. And I do agree with you. And it would be nice if they could, but the problem is the volcano right now is throwing out so much black, dirty ash and soot that they cannot get a picture of the cone itself. It's basically the wind is blowing in the wrong direction and there is just no visibility of the cone. That's why they have it focused on the lava flow instead. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do from our end to do anything about it. It is what it is. And hopefully things will change. If the wind direction changes slightly, causes it to go a little bit more to the south from the west, it would be great, because then we would be able to see a little bit more. But as we noticed earlier when we were looking at our wind map, that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. So hopefully that explains it, Andy, and you can be just as mad as the rest of us. I want to see the volcano. So that's, you know, it is what it is. We got to live with what we get. So it was spitting lava out at last night after midnight UK time. Yes, it continued to spit lava out all night long, basically, and it's continuing to pour lava out. Actually, if we get back to let's see if I can get back to the map here for a second. Our vent number 4 or 5 or whatever you want to call it, the one that's off by itself out here, this one has really not stopped pouring out lava. These guys up top here will stop and take a breath, but the lava continues to flow out in the stream here, and it's been going pretty much non-stop. I don't know why anybody isn't filming it, because that'd be actually a pretty good sight, but these guys right now are making so much dirty soot up into the air that we can't see anything going on there. And of course the outline is the lava flow that is headed down the hill and towards the ocean, and in some cases into the ocean, as we see. So actually I can probably zoom in on that so we can see that a little bit better, let it catch up. So it's created some new land, made La Palma slightly bigger, and unfortunately this has just built it up a little bit. It hasn't hit the ocean over here, so they may be able to salvage these plantations if this thing doesn't push out any more lava and the remainder stays up top in the lava fields. So pretty cool and interesting stuff. Let's see. Well, while that one is on, I'm actually going to throw it back here for right now. Yeah, they haven't changed anything. I'm going to see if the other guys have started theirs. Let's see. These guys don't always start on time. Oh, set reminder. Oh, they're going to start in 2 minutes. Okay, so La Palma TV will come on in a couple of minutes as well. That'll give us maybe another source, and hopefully they will try to use something there as well. Hello, how you doing today? Says Aaron Horton. I am not doing too bad. Barbarian, dirty volcano. Yes, it is. It's being very dirty today. And unfortunately, nothing we can do unless we got a bunch of fans and blow that stuff to the south. But I don't think the people on the southern end are going to appreciate that either. So it's kind of, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Maybe between a rock and a volcano. I don't know. Something like that. Jack Handy. So, are they still worried about the western flank hitting the water and setting off a big wave? Okay, the western, yeah, the tsunami thing. Jack, if you were betting on a tsunami versus buying the lottery ticket that is 28 million to 1, I'd buy the lottery ticket 28 million to 1. Your chances are much, much better. And the likelihood of a giant tsunami is very, very minuscule, okay, of any type of tsunami, really, when you get right down to it. The lava flow from this obviously hasn't poured enough, and the island is not going to split into two and all that nice stuff. So, yeah, it's okay. We can live with it. All right. Well, somebody didn't believe in English. It is an English-speaking chat, and we don't do Arabic here. And we're not here to be challenged to translate anything. So, if you can't come in with proper English, you know, please, like, we don't need it, right? We're not here to turn around and try to change your Arabic. We're an English-speaking stream, thank you. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying that. It's some people just don't get it. Everybody in here speaks English. I don't mind you saying hello in a different language or a greeting of some sort, but then it's English after that. It's pretty good. Okay, Paul Burke says that's why that's not what the Spanish government film study tests done in 2016. Well, Paul, I've yet to see anyone write up a paper indicating that it's actually going to happen. And if you happen to see one, please email me the title of the paper and where it is. And it's at drfox@shaw.ca is my email. Like DrFox at shaw.ca. So if you have somebody that's written up a paper indicating that La Palma is going to go, I'd like to see it. And the actual scientific papers that have been peer-reviewed, not somebody's well wishes and not somebody's bombing run or any of the other things that they've come up with. Seriously. And I'd be happy to entertain it. And of course, the North African amazing Berbers, what stolen island? Berber. Are they the North African amazing Berber stolen islands? Okay. Jam, I don't know if they were stolen or not, but you know, they look like they belong to Africa rather than Spain, but I'm not going to get into the politics of that. Mark Raccoon, welcome. New source for the narcissist. Okay. Yeah, new source, eh? Yeah, always fun. Yeah. Stuka is back in the house as well. Welcome. Good to have you here. And let's see. Paul Burke, I was there and are aware of the measurements. Trust me, it's not going to happen. And yeah. Paul, just so you know, Yvonne Kunkel is actually a volcanologist, so I would trust her science more so than my own. Oh, people are funny. Yes, they are. Only volcano in Porto is FC Porto Football Stadium. What? George? If you got a volcano happening in the football stadium, run for the goal. Okay. All cool, guys. I'm glad to have everyone here, though. Anyway, for those people who are enjoying what we're doing and like realism, please do hit that like button. And of course, it's always lots of fun. Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can get this other one up and running here. Oh, they said they were going to be on, but they're still not on. Why is that not working? Okay, let me try doing it a different way. No, they're still not on. Okay, darn it. Those guys. Why do they do that to me? Okay, so I guess La Palma TV isn't going to come on right away. They're having issues. We'll leave them there. I think maybe what we can do real quick is we'll zip over to Iceland and see what it's doing. And, you know, if we use the same scenario of what the other guys have told us about, you know, La Palma splitting in half, if we go back to Iceland, of course, Iceland was to slide off of its pier as well into the Atlantic Ocean, and you know, we're still waiting for that one too, right? So anyway, let's go over to Iceland. And I did move the clock back about 5 hours ago, and if you haven't looked for a while, this is what the view looks like. And yeah, isn't that interesting? That's white stuff all over the hills there. Yeah, that's what it is. It's white stuff. Anyway, for those who are not familiar with this scene in either a snowy state or non-snowy state, our volcano is up here, and you can see it, the edge of the cone, of course, and it's about that wide. It grew up from a little baby thing down here in the bottom. There was a couple of them, and Rag and Nar, and they turned into this big monster. And over on that side there we have the original one, and its little sideling, and that of course was Bob and Bob Jr. So anyway, kind of gives you the idea where that volcano actually sits. The valley, the black area on that side here, that's Geldingadarler, the valley. It's fairly deep. The area up on this side here where the X is, that's Upper Meridalier, and then off to the northeast we have Meridalier, the valley itself, which is a little bit deeper down again, and a lot of lava did flow into that. And to the south, down the hill here, that's where the lava went into Notthegi Valley. Just kind of gives you an idea, and it also went around the backside of that hill down into Notthegi using a different path. We'll look at that in a second, and I will see if we can throw this on our next. What am I doing here? Wrong button. I want to hit that button, and I want to go to the tremor chart. That's what I wanted to do. And we'll have a quick look at the harmonic tremor chart. We'll give you an idea of what is actually happening there. And I still had scribbles on there from yesterday. We'll get rid of them. Right now we are seeing that it is on an upward trend, but of course we want to see it hit this 4,000 line with all three colors. So if all three happen to make it up above there, then we'll likely see an eruption. But by looking at what we have in the previous graph here, I don't think we're going to see anything anytime soon, which is unfortunate, but it is the way it is. I'm not the one who makes that up. It's on the page in front of us. So and then we will go over to the earthquakes in Iceland to kind of give you a pretty good idea of what's going on there, and really nothing majorly new. So let's get over to that. There's our updated earthquake map, and we don't see anything super red. Majority of what we see is in the oranges, so we'll start down here in this area, but we do see a few that are fairly recent ones. This guy here happened today, 2, and that is about 5 kilometers down, kind of out in the tules here. I'm not even sure what's all around it, but anyway, just back out a little bit here. Okay, there we go. That's better. So, again, give you the lay of the land. Reykjavik is right here. Keflavik Airport is here. If we go down a little bit more and we zoom in, Grindavik, closest town to that volcano. And of course, this is the Blue Lagoon area right here. Just so you guys can see, parking lot over here, Blue Lagoon, power plant on this side. So gives you a pretty good idea of what the lay of the land is. And of course, if you're going to the volcano, you drive right by the highway. So flatlined, Iceland at Geldingadarlir has flatlined. Yeah, almost flatlined. Anyway, getting over here to where we were, so what we were just looking at is that volcano, of course, and that volcano is actually sitting right around here, and this is Geldingadarlir. Upper Meridalier is this area here, and then Meridalier, the valley down here. So we haven't seen anything coming out of there, and what I was mentioning, we had the one flow this way, the other flow here down into Nodhagi, and then it came out the backside here into Nodhagi. It did not pour very much into Nodkriki, just a little bit over the berm on the corner here, but it didn't get anything down the hill. So kind of lets us know what's going on there. We did have a bit of a swarm here before. It used to be quite intense right in front of Keilir, that is this old volcano, but it seems to have shifted down a bit and lessened in size. These are all from yesterday, 2.1. This is of course from 3 days ago already, so 2.4. There are a few little fresh ones in there, but I don't think anything to write home about. That's yesterday's as well. Hard to tell when they're kind of the not the right color. For me, I don't know, for some reason, orange hard to see. Orange is hard to see. Anyway, we don't have too much new stuff there. If we go click on this guy, I think we looked at it, 2 interesting on the middle of nowhere. Then we have a little swarm that happened here, and kind of makes the guy wonder what's going on. Okay, whenever you see a swarm, that means things are breaking apart. You kind of want to ask the questions, hey, what's going on? So here we got under the ice sheets some more stuff from today, 1.7, 10 kilometers down, and then the other ones were from yesterday. Out here is where Askja is, and really nothing new at Askja. I think this is from yesterday as well, and yeah, a 1.4 from yesterday. So nothing really super happening there. We do see a little bit more red in this little cluster, and kind of an odd place for it, but nevertheless it's there. It's fresh, around 9:30 a.m. Iceland time, and a 1.2, and then there's a whole bunch of other ones beside it here, so I think that might be a 1.8 at 8:40 a.m. So and you got a whole bunch of little ones, so it's interesting to see, you know, little clusters like that popping up, and those are always worthy of keeping an eye on. And then of course up in the water here we had a couple more fresh ones, I think from that one's from yesterday. The other one, trying to get on it, maybe it isn't. Oh no, they're both from yesterday. So Really nothing major in Iceland, and unfortunately not much we can do about that. I do see it is break time, and I need to do that, and hopefully Piggy won't bot me right away, since I reset my clock and I actually made my big clock a couple minutes faster so I don't forget. Do you have the map for La Palma? Twig, type in which map did you want? That's the thing. If you want La Palma EQ, or La Palma EQ2, or La Palma 3D. Those are your three choices for La Palma. The 3D map gives you all the different 3D maps, all 12 of them that are on that page, Twig. Anyway, on that good note, I'm going to say, hey, if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing on our screen today, and you like the commentary and what we're throwing in, and sorry about the bad views, though, of the volcano, since it's very, very dark, and of course that smoke and ash and everything is just hanging there. It's not moving out, so that's why they're showing a lava field instead. But if you are enjoying the commentary and that, please do hit that like button. Let's see if we can get it over 200 real quick. And also, for those people who are new and you want to know when the volcano stream is happening, they are listed down below in the description. We try to stream daily. It's for 2 hours every day. We do have a fantastic group of people that come in here. And I do have to admit, some of them are a lot smarter than I am when it gets into volcanoes. And of course, I'm an amateur geologist as well as a prospector. So streaming volcanoes for the last, wow, I guess 6 months, 7 months here now, has been quite interesting to do that. Typically, I'd be out hunting gold and precious stones and things like that. So I've kind of put that aside and gone this route, watching the lavally volcanoes, and I am enjoying it. Did get the chance to go to Iceland. I do appreciate the support I got from all of you, the viewers, and I was very happy to be able to kind of take everyone along on that journey when I did. So all good. Anyway, on that happy note, yeah, the like button. Let's see if we can get it up. There's 2 more to get it over, get it to 200, and hopefully we'll get that happening. And on that note, I am going to go take my Pepsi break. Please, can you sell me some silver? What? Can't buy any now. Well, you can go to silver and get it out of any bank, Paul. Just phone your local bank and order. Paul's, okay, the other Paul Zilla is here. Okay, no problem, Paul. Okay, I'm going to go for that break. Don't go away, guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000. We'll be back after the break with our bacon seeds, and then we'll see what else we got. We'll be back shortly. Thanks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the microphone back on. Thank you for being here, and glad that everyone is here. Okay. Of course, people are asking about what's happening with Arizona Snowman. He is not feeling so well. Okay, so he's kind of sitting back in the background, and he's wanting to rest a little bit, just so you guys know. So let him relax a little, let him have some time to heal and get better, and just sit back, that he doesn't have to stress himself. It would all be good. Anyway, glad everyone is here. I see a few more people popped in that I didn't say hi to. We got, let's see, Natural Born Gamer is back. Welcome. Kananaskis Country also made it back into the channel. Denny the Fleck from Pittsburgh, PA, welcome. Donald Bain also back in here. Let's see, who else did I miss? I think I got you earlier there, Tina, but welcome back anyway. Seawolf is back as well. And let's see, who else popped in? I hope I said that right. Jed Schlamann. Okay, welcome. Not sure if that's Yiddish or something, but I don't speak it. But anyway, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Let's see, who else snuck in here? We got Banana Puss. Oh, Mactam 76. Welcome. And let's see. I think I got most of the other ones in here. And yeah, some of them got helped out the door already, I see. Which is absolutely fine. Anyway, I did promise that I would throw bacon seeds on after our break here, and here we go. So yeah, here's one that's trying out for the rodeo, and man, he's actually got a pretty white nose. I'm surprised at that. I think that saddle is just a bit too big for him, though. So yeah, it's an awe moment. We can definitely go awe, and I think it's cute. He looks like he's got a good bopper on him, though. He could probably snuff bop any of us into a volcano if he needed to. All right, having seen that one, let's look at this and go. This one apparently is from Calgary, and he's going, yeehaw! And he's one of them there rodeo pigs, and he's pretty cool. So we like him. We like them. Anyway, thank you very much, Piggy, for sending those. And the last one I'm holding back for when you're away, so I have some ammo. And love these little bacon seeds. So that's what we call them. Tom, that's not abuse. That's bacon seeds. He liked putting that hat on. Abuse would be if you're hurting them, and I don't think anybody's hurting them. Okay, Bill watching from Sydney, Australia. So, Bill, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board from Sydney, Australia. Means we're all around the world again today, so love it, you guys. Anyway, let's throw it back onto the volcano here for right now. One of the things that I did want to kind of go through was the lava flow. It's still basically holding its own in the same areas as it did before. I'm going to refresh those maps and see what looks different. And I think pretty much everything is still our status quo. And I don't think they've updated anything anyway, since it is the weekend and they don't work on weekends, so we'll probably see updated maps tomorrow from these guys. but we can put this other one on just so we have a reference to it. And this, of course, was what was gone on in the past here. So if we let that play through, it shows you over the dates down on the bottom calendar as it's moving along how the lava progressed and made its new peninsula, as well as reaffirmed some of that other land that had already had a little bit of a peninsula on it, and some of that was back from 1949, that pink area down below at the bottom. But anyway, the red area is the one that you're interested in. That is the present lava flow, and as you see, the southern side built out a little bit more on the latter portions of this eruption so far. And we don't believe it's going to go too much further as far as the amount of land that it violates with lava, but it gives you a pretty good idea what's going on. I don't know if the other one, the other one did load, but as I was saying, it was only up to 48 days, and it is now day 50 or 51 today. And that's kind of what the flow looks like. Actually, if we get it in the right spot, we can zoom in a little bit, and gives you an idea of where it flowed and when. I'm surprised this area over here never made it to the ocean. I thought it would have, because that's fairly close to being downhill, same as here. And I'm surprised it didn't flow in here, because there's a little bit of a gully in here, or drainage ditch, and it never did make it. So this being a little lower temperature lava than what we compared at, it being 1100 degrees C, a lot of different material in it, as opposed to what we've seen in Iceland, where it's basically basaltic material. And speaking of Iceland, there's Yona. I say Iceland and Yona pops in. That's pretty good. Oh, welcome, Yona. Glad to have you on board. Anyway, the temperature of the Icelandic lava was about 100 degrees Celsius hotter, which allowed it to flow a little bit more easily, and obviously with the thinner material, less big rocks in it and things like that, it's a little easier flow and allows it to move a little bit further. So once it gets a little cooler, it's a little more sticky. It takes a little longer to flow through, and this thing has done a lot of damage, though. It's taken out a lot of homes. I mean, you take a look at these areas. Todoki, as an example, completely gone, and that was right in here, I think. Some of these areas, that was underneath here. It's unfortunate that that happened, but there's nothing we can do about it, and that kind of gives you an idea where that is actually flowing from. So looks pretty good, and that's the map page. So if you actually go there, you can see the 12 different maps, and again, that's La Palma 3D is the shortcut for that, and that gets you onto those. And let's go back to here for now, and I wish I had more lava views. I really did. It's an eerie feeling to be there. Actually, Yvonne, that's something I was going to ask you about, the sound. How did you enjoy the continuous rumble of a volcano? That's something that I'm just really curious about, because when you're listening to it, it's always there. And to me, that's something that I did not experience in Iceland. Of course, when I got to the volcano, it definitely was there, But when I went back to Reykjavik for overnight and sleeping overnight in a nice, quiet, peaceful hotel, right? Draw lava? We have lava on there. We don't need to draw it. Speedy Dormouse Lurker. Okay, Lurker's Corner. Alright, careful with the lurking. And don't anybody step on Speedy Dormouse. Let's see. Kananaskis Country says, well, it's time for me to go. Have a great time, everyone, and may the celebration of life begin with lava. It's a lavely idea you have there, Kananaskis Country, and have yourself a wonderful afternoon and evening, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Tina Sassy, oh no, says hi to Hans. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I wish I could draw a volcano, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna see though what we got, if we got anything we can put on that other stream here. Let's go check out Hawaii. I haven't looked at Hawaii yet today, so here's Kilauea, and that is current picture of Kilauea, about an hour old. And I don't know, are the levels rising again? It almost looks like the seams are harder to see on the edges, and I don't know if that's just me or if we're lifting back up in our lava bed. This little island here has been here for a while, so kind of interesting to see that. And of course, that's the primary lava pour right now, and it pours in here somewhere. So I don't know what's going on. It is active, but hasn't really done too many changes in the recent past, but it gives you a general idea of what's going on there. And let's see, if we go to that one, let's go to the monitoring map, and we'll square that out there. Okay, there we go. And we really haven't had too much happening. We had a few little earthquakes, 2.5, 0.7 of a mile down, so about a kilometer down. That's interesting. Didn't see that one earlier, but that's already getting old. And maybe if I try refreshing that one, see if it comes back up with anything new there. No, still the same. So I guess it was new when I originally looked at it, but it gave up. So that swarm is, of course, is still there. And I am going to zoom out just so you can kind of see. That is the big island of Hawaii that we're looking at. And here's Maui, and over here Oahu, and all the other islands in between. And I've been here. I have not been to any of the other ones. So pretty cool. And anyway, if we zoom in back to this area, this is where Kilauea actually sits. This is that hole that we just looked at. And if you do go to Hawaii Maps as the shortcut there, this is the USGS site, and they do have some different shots that you can bring up here from their cameras, and all kinds of information, gas output, as well as click for additional information. It gives you all kinds of things, GPS displacement. And again, if you click on those, it will bring them larger for you so you can see what you're looking at. So it's a worthwhile map to go on to. These triangles here, of course, they are seismometers, and some of them are working, some of them aren't. But again, they will bring that full screen for you if you want to look at it. So again, that's Hawaii earthquake, or no, hang on, Hawaii map is the shortcut for that one. It's down in the description anyway, and that should be all right for you. And yeah, we'll move it up just a tad there. There we go. Okay, so that looks good. Anyhow, kind of updates you on what's going on in Hawaii, which really is about the same as what's going on in Iceland, and that is not too much. Let's see. Oh, Mummy of Hamsters about to head out of work and drive home. I'll be what? I'll be drurking. No, I hope you're going to be lurking. All right, no problem, Mummy of Hamsters. Sorry, looking at. Yeah, that's a Maui me. She's making up her own language. uh, I think maybe she's sipped a few too many of the little. No, never mind. It's time for her to go home and get some rest. Drive safely, oh Mummy of Hamsters. Really. Okay, Piggy says Dr. Fox is the upper class lurking mode. Oh, it's the upper class lurking mode. I see. Lurking is okay. That's a little different, I guess. It would be. Okay, cool. Sherry Hewitt still there? Good. Glad to have you still here. Dirking. Okay. Dirk carefully. Oh, Mummy of Hamsters. Lily says, no other camera? No, unfortunately, the other view is using the same feed. And the other one right now is La Palma TV, and they've got yakking going on. So unfortunately, I'm not going to reproduce that, but that's all I have, unfortunately. And I did want to kind of maybe see if we. I'm surprised that the other guys didn't get the other stream on earlier here. They were basically using the same feed all day, and that kind of messes me up, because the other one used to shoot the shoreline and stuff, and they just used the same feed as so RTVE normally does the shoreline one, and they failed to do that today. So maybe because it's Sunday, but they did have their they were using the same feed as RTVC, right, or Directo TV. Anyway, that's kind of what they had going on during the day, and unfortunately, you know, watching that dark pumice material blowing out of there is not fun for the people, obviously. But it didn't happen all day long. It did take a few breaks, and I'm sure when it did take a break, people were very happy about that. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm looking at the clock here, and yeah, I'm going to put it back on to our lava flow. The lava's building, by the way, up on the top here. I don't know if you noticed, but it's getting bigger, and we're seeing more flow in here now. So we do have something going on, but I'm going to go take that break. For those people who are here and have enjoyed everything that we've thrown out so far, and if you have not yet hit that like button, please do consider doing it. It really does help out with the analytics of the channel. Also, for those who have not yet subscribed, if we've earned your subscription, by all means, nail that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification, and that'll keep you all happy. For those needing information on times, it's down in the description, as well as some of the other shortcuts that we have in there for bringing up the links for the maps and so on. So on those friendly notes, I am going to go take a little bit of a break. I will be back in 5 minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Nice and safe and sound, a long ways away from that lava flow that you see on the screen, which is Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma in the Canary Islands. So don't go away, I will be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the microphone back on. I'm your host, DrFox2000. We are watching our last quarter of our Volcano Eruption live stream, and unfortunately, we do have fairly poor views tonight. The smoke and ash is basically coming towards the cameras, and of course, it being Sunday, I think they've got a couple guys off there, not working down at the shoreline there with the other camera, so they may be taking that in and cleaning it over the weekend or some darn thing. But nevertheless, we do have the lava that's flowing down the hill, and it's unfortunate that that's the only view that's really worthy right now. I did have the other one on there for a second from TV La Palma, but they changed things again, and they're showing people driving around and some of the destruction, and unfortunately that's not really all that cool the way things are happening because of what they've got. So yeah, this was the other view there from La Palma TV, or TV La Palma, and that's what they had going on. And again, you see all that smoke up there, and you cannot see the cone at all, and it is that clouded out, that much ash and smoke and everything else in the air. So hard to see. Maximus is back in the channel. Oh, hey, all right, they're showing more of the lava stuff there. Kind of neat to see, but not really what we want to be looking at, I don't think. I want to see lava. I don't want to see dust. Yeah, that must be hard for them to cope with all that ash there. Those poor people. And that is quite a bit of ash laying in the streets. So hopefully they can get rid of all of it. And yeah, I think that'd make driving a little bit difficult too, from the looks of things. Makes me want to vacuum. Actually, Maximus, I was thinking what they need there is a huge vacuum cleaner, suck it all up, dump it onto a big ship, send it over to North America, and we will be happy to process the lava into all kinds of things. I hear Sasquatch soap really wants more lava, so so many things we could use it for. Anyway, back to our volcano, and we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on those guys. But yeah, it's hard to see, hard to even see the roads there with the ash. Need that they can make big face masks. Yeah, they can make face masks. That's what they could. They could do all kinds of things with it. Here they went back to that other view, so we can watch that for a second. Pumice stones, you bet. We can have some of those. Or was that yeah, that must have been Spaceballs. Okay, well, I'll leave it there. These guys keep changing things, and all of a sudden we have, it's like somebody's hitting the wrong switch or something. And yeah, so it's too bad though that they have all that damage there. And you know, hopefully this thing will stop fairly soon, and some of the people will get back to regular life. Some of those that have been evacuated will be able to get back into their homes and hopefully restart their livelihoods. I know some of that ash is going to be hard to get rid of. You know, it's like, where do you put it, really? Other things to think about is, you know, what they have in that community is where they're going to put all the ash for right now, and I'm sure the government will figure that one out. But as far as getting road structures back to the southern side of the island, I think that is one of the things that somebody might want to start looking at. And I'm sure they have something planned already to cut some roads through some of that lava that has poured, and other things. Actually, something that I discovered earlier today, I was messing around looking at some of the other islands to see how and what they did to cope with the lava flows. And if you go and look at go Google Maps and get over onto Grand Canary Island, and you take a look at the major highway down on the southern end, and you'd be surprised how many tunnels they actually have going through what I think was old lava flows. It would be pretty awesome. Dump it in the ocean, would that be a bad thing as nutrition? Maximus, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. If they dumped it into the ocean, I think the ash, the ash itself, they can use for fertilizers and things like that. So, but the sheer lava that they want to displace or move, if they dump that into the ocean, I don't think there'd be a problem with that. Kim Raudenbush, I didn't not see you, okay? Probably not. He didn't want to have anyone else pestering him for a long time. Yeah, I haven't had you pestering me for a while, Kim. It's all good. But you know, I have to be nice, and never mind. I don't have to be nice. I'm gonna be nice. Sherry Lawson, have you watched any of the GeoHub videos? Dr. Fox's latest one is talking about active volcanoes right now. Okay, I haven't seen his latest ones. I did see GeoHub had some very awesome videos out there on some of the stuff, and he keeps everything short and precise. And he did have some really cool things out there. But speaking of volcanoes and things, I did actually want to bring up a picture. Or hang on, I don't even need a picture. I need to go find it. Split mode, and I will go find what I had actually dug up here, and I thought it was kind of neat. I'm just gonna see where I put it. Was it here? Oh, okay, so that is that one. All right, so yeah. Sorry. Okay, sorry, I had to clear the throat there. But anyway, ash car would be cool. Yeah, if it ran on ash. Anyway, I did find another interesting little thing over on earthquakes. Volcanoes and earthquakes.com. And that is this little map that they had here. And of course here they show the latest earthquakes that are happening, and of course they are showing active volcanoes, and it is interactive. You can click on the volcano and it'll tell you where it is and so on, okay, and what type of volcano it actually is. And you can zoom that map out and move it around, and this will show you all the active volcanoes in the world, as well as all the non-active volcanoes in the world. So if we take a look, and we can see up here in Iceland, as an example, we have our Fagradalsfjall, okay, which is Ragnar, for those who don't know, and it's showing it as inactive. Grimsvang is the next one there, also inactive, and then the other one behind it is Hang on. Let's get zoomed in a little bit. It won't show it. There we go. There's the Askja is the other one. And we've already checked those out and had a look at them. So that kind of tells you what's going on there. Central America, you can see we have a bunch of active ones as well as inactive. And here you can see Pili and La Sofia, and let's see what's this other one, St. Vincent, yeah, Sofia. What else is in there? There's one more in there. Why is it showing two of the same? France, and this is St. Vincent. St. Vincent we know went off and it quit. So here's our other ones, of course, and again, if we zoom in a little bit more in Central America, you see some of these other ones. And of course it gives you the names, so that does help you a little bit. Fuego, this is one that's active, and that's actually in Guatemala, so pretty cool. And here's some more, and we got that one in Mexico, Papa Cat, whatever it is. I'm not gonna try it, sorry guys. Anyway, that map is on earthquakes.com. You can, volcanoes and earthquakes.com. I'll put the link in the stream here. That way you guys can go and look for it. And this is where it is right there. And it is interactive. It does allow you to bring up all the volcanoes, show you the complete ring of fire if you need it, and so on. And it gives you a pretty good layout of where everything is and what is actually hot and active. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of something to look for. And how about the ring of fire? That is the ring of fire. So going around as we go, that's what they call the ring of fire in there when you're looking around it. And of course here up in Alaska, you have some of the ones up there that were doing their thing. Of course this is Kilauea right there, but up in Alaska, this is Paul Pavlov, and it's gone kind of just a cooking state, simmer if you will. Great Sitkin volcano, of course, is in the Aleutians, and as well as this, and I'm not gonna again try that name, Simisolpochnoi. Boy, some of those names are hard. Anyway, you can also see over in Russia they've got a few of them going, as well as this down here, these things going on in southern Japan. Actually, let's see if we zoom in on that should be ASO here, I think. No, maybe that's ASO. That's ASO right there. So again, it does have all the volcanoes on here, so you can have a look. The Ring of Fire is definitely active, and it gives you a pretty good layout of what's going on in the world. So again, volcanoesandearthquakes.com is that site. Didn't John Denver? No, it wasn't John Denver that fell into it. Actually, hang on. No, maybe he should have. Never mind, Gilligan. All right. Anyway, let's get it back to the volcano, see what we got going on, if anything more, and maybe they've got a new view. No, still dealing with the same two on those streams, and the other one is still showing some lava flows, I guess. You know, it certainly doesn't look like red hot burning lava when you look at that. To me, it looks like you could just wander on over, but I wouldn't dare. That material under there is 1100 degrees Celsius. That would not be pleasant on the feet. John Denver was the light plane crash. Oh, okay. Oh, the red circles on that other map, those were the earthquakes, Paul Zilla. So the cones were the volcanoes, and yeah, the earthquakes, because it did both the earthquakes and volcanoes. So the major earthquakes there that they showed, and it's everything that is magnitude 1.8 or higher on that particular screen, if you were looking at it. Nancy Buchanan, hi. I'm really late to the stream tonight. Glad I still found you live. Well, I'm glad that you made it. Good evening, Nancy. Antonio also here. Hello, everyone. Greetings from the Canary Islands. And glad to have you on board, Antonio. And hope your evening is well, and that you're not getting any ash or soot or anything like that, because that certainly would make it irritating. Let's see. Irma says it's buffering. Irma, it's not buffering here, and we are sending out proper bit rates, so no issue on this end. Hopefully you can figure out what's going on there. Might have to reload. And let's see, what else we got? I wish I was 8 in 1963 when the Ring of Fire came out. Burn, burn, burn. Something like that. The Ring of Fire. I'm not a good singer, so I'm trying not to sing. But yeah, I did like Johnny Cash. And yes, he had a wonderful, wonderful song when he put that out. I don't think he was talking about the Ring of Fire, though, like this, and with the volcanoes. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what that is, but let's go back to our volcano. At least the lava flow going down the hill. You are very happy. Well, Antonio, I have to be happy. I'm hosting a show. Otherwise, people would. I don't want to send a sorrowful message across to everyone, but. It's always happy when you can get out of bed and look at the sunshine, or at least, get up and have another wonderful day. So, got to keep that in mind. And Antonio's happy. I'm glad you're happy as well. Obsidian, well, yep. Don't cut your hands there, Maximus. Wear gloves. Handling that stuff. Some of it can be very sharp, very fragile. Fenor City, so much bad things happen in the world. We all have to make effort to smile, make a difference for all. And Fernan City, yeah, the smiling is a good thing, but the other thing too, if your neighbor's coming and you hold the door open for them, or give someone to have a little better reason for being there that day, whether it's a gesture of just saying hello to them, and any of those things, anything that makes people a little bit happier, and it's the simple kind things that we can do for them, always helps out. So anyway, I do see that we are on about the last 3.5 minutes of our show today, and I do want to say thank you for everyone who has been here. Also for those latecomers, Windy Sea, I see you. Hello, you're late. at the 3 minutes before closing. Glad you're here though, and that you kind of made it. Sorry, it's the level what stream says new fees. No, we don't want new fees. We don't ask for fees. All right. Thank you. Okay, another wonderful stream. Everyone is welcome. Definitely. New feed, that is. Okay. We'll have to see what new feed it is. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Daylight savings time, Doc. We have another hour yet. Nice try, Kim. Nice try. The clock doesn't lie. If you have another hour, by all means, you enjoy it. But I do have to do, spring ahead and fall behind. That's about it. Brian McDonald, Lionel Stream says it's a new feed. It shows the cone. And that's on YouTube here, Brian. That's what I'm curious about. And we'll see if we can put that on. Let's slide over there and see if we can get that name just the way he said it. So okay, we're gonna go have a quick peek if we can find it or not, but okay, so far I don't see anything with lava. Let's go to channels, and no, doesn't show me that. I'm trying to filter it out, looking for lives. Videos last hour or today should be. When did that stream come on? In the last hour? Curious. You are very welcome, Nancy, and thank you for being here and being a loyal viewer. Thank you for the great show, Dr. Fox and the Lava family. See you at the 24/7 stream or the next Lava one. And yes, we will see you over there. And I have not been able to find that. Oh, Ashley Brown? No. In a farce channel, they basically don't let you have any opinions. Well, everyone is entitled to their own opinions here, Ashley, and you know, I don't want to close the door on people's ideas. Sometimes we have to guide them to be able to go find the right answer for themselves. But you know, a lot of people do have some pretty good smarts upstairs, so it's not something that you want to steer away from. And if you have an open mind, always listening is always helpful, right? Anyway, I'm going to let everyone be. I did look for the other thing here. Tina Sassy, Fab Show. Thanks, Dr. Fox and mods. Bye, everyone. Thank you very much for the £2 super chat, Tina. That's awesome. Really do appreciate that. And on that note, I am going to say thank you to all the super chatters today. Really do appreciate it, and hopefully, well, we'll put that a little bit to good use here somewhere. Don't worry about that part. Okay, so okay, Lily says, Dr. Fox, you got me really hooked on volcanoes. I'm sorry, Lily. It wasn't me. It was the lava. You were hypnotized by the lava, not my voice. I did not make you listen to my voice. Enjoy it. And it is a beautiful thing that we can watch Mother Nature. And we do have to respect Mother Nature, as she will do what she desires, not what we want her to. On that friendly note, take care, everyone. All be good, and treat yourselves well. Have yourselves a good night. Tomorrow is Monday, so have a great day, and start it with smiles and kind people. And for tonight, just remember, tell your loved ones you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. Good night, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Fox2000. We'll see you all tomorrow.